Are you sick of wasted space when you do print and cut with your Cricut? Then this is the video for you. I'm Corinne Blackstone and welcome to my craft room. I'm so happy to have you here today. We're going to show you how to fill more of your sheet when you do print and cut so that you can make really big designs. This is a really simple hack and I think that you're going to really love this. It's going to save you a little bit of material, which is always a good thing. Sometimes there's just something I need to print that's just a little bit bigger than what they offer, so this is a great way to do that. I'm going to link all the materials that I'm using down below, including my printer if you want to grab those, and we're going to go over every single step that you need to know about to do this hack. So without further ado, let's get started, but before we do, be sure you're subscribed here on YouTube.
Creative Fabrica is my go-to place for designs and just about anything I need, fonts, all the good things. So what I'm going to do is under this search bar, I'm just going to search for stickers. Now, the cool thing is they have all sorts of graphics and designs that you can choose from. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to change my type to graphic. That way it'll filter it down. And you can filter this down even more. So if you wanted to search for clown stickers, rainbow stickers, just search for that term that you want and then search the word sticker because you're going to be able to find something. But I like to sometimes just sort of scroll through and see what tickles my fancy. There are some super fun ones. There are some cute ones. There are ones that are, you've got Pride Month, you've got reading stickers, you've got cupcakes, just about anything that you can imagine, you can find here on Creative Fabrica. But when I was scrolling, I saw these really pretty butterfly stickers, and I thought that these would be perfect for this design. So I'm going to go ahead and get these. I just click open, and what's great about Creative Fabrica is that they're offering you unlimited downloads of anything on their website for just $3.99 a month. They charge it at $47 a year, but it covers their whole site, which I think is so great. So right here, these are the ones that we're going to get. They say they have 60 printable options, and these are already like pre-made to be stickers. They already have the offset and everything. So we're going to be able to work with these really quickly so that I can show you how to print out that full page and really take advantage of the space that you're given. So what I'm going to do is choose download. And with this, it's going to open up a folder to ask me where I want to save this. Once it's open the folder, we can save it wherever we want. I'm going to put it into my Cricut folder, and then I'm going to put it into my animal folder and click save. We're going to head over to Cricut Design Space here in just a second, but you still need to do one more step. I want you to open the folder that you just downloaded. We need to do what's called extracting because these come as a compressed folder, which means that they've compressed the file so that it downloads a lot faster for you. All you simply need to do is click extract all and then just simply click extract. Now I'm going to link down below where you can sign up for Creative Fabrica if you want to grab it. I highly recommend it. There's also a free trial if you just want to see if you like it, or you can just browse the website and see if there's stuff that you want to use. Now, once I have these unzipped, I can open them and you'll see here that we have all of our butterfly stickers. Now you can cut them. They have like pre-made sheets where you can cut them like this, or you can very easily just open this and upload your own designs that you want. So we're going to do it that way. We're going to just upload some of the butterflies that we like. So let's head over to Cricut Design Space and I'm going to show you how to do this. The first thing we'll do here in Cricut Design Space is upload our designs, and it's actually super easy. So we're going to click on the upload option over here on the left, and then you're going to choose upload image, and then you can drag or drop or browse for your file. I'll just drag and drop. Now with Cricut, you can only do one at a time. So I'm just going to load a few of these just so we can get an idea. All you do is drag and drop it, and then you just simply click continue. From here, again, just click apply and continue. You want to choose flat graphic because we're going to do print and cut, and then click continue again. From here, all you do is click upload and it's going to put it over into our canvas. Now I'm going to do the same exact thing for a couple more of the designs. I won't make you watch. I've added just a couple just so that we can have kind of a variety of the colors and the designs here, just to add a little fun. Now what I'm going to do is select everybody and I'm going to size them down because those are really big, and we'll size them down further in just a minute. But the first thing that I need to do is to create a template. Now for this, we're going to be using a little bit of a different type of sizing for print and cut. So we're going to actually just use a shape, and I'm going to use a square. I want to use the one with the sharp corners. For this, we want to size this to a specific size. So click on size up here at the top. You want to unlock it by clicking the lock button in the center. Width is going to be 7 inches and the height is going to be 9.67. Once you've done that, this is going to be your little template as to where you can line up all of your designs onto your paper. So I'm going to change the color of this just to make it a little bit easier to see. I hate looking at the black. I'm going to right click on this and I'm going to send it to the back under Arrange here. That way, when I move my stickers on it, I can see where they're going to sit. Now you can line these up really close to the edges. So I think I'm going to do kind of like maybe a little over 1.5 inches. But I'm just going to kind of size these as I go and just kind of whatever size I feel like is what they're going to be. Now, nice thing about these is you can put them pretty close together because they're already outlined. We don't have to use bleed because it's all just a white outline. So we can line these up pretty tightly to each other. That way we can fit a lot onto our page here. So I'm just going to get them all sized down. And I'm going to see if I arrange them in a certain way, if I can fit like a full group of them across. Maybe not, because that would have to be really small. But I'm going to play with this for a second, get everything lined up, and I'll show you how I do that once I get like this first row kind of set. Now that I've got this first row set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my designs and I'm just grabbing everything and I'm going to duplicate them so that I can just put them all in a row down our page. I want to fill the whole page with these little butterflies. So I'm just going to kind of shove them on here. And you can see that they are really pretty much about as wide as our page is. And I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this. And let's go ahead and get that lined up. And we can do for sure one more row. And then I'm going to show you how we can turn this into a really fun printable page so that you can really see that this is going to print this whole page rather than just the stickers. So what I want to do is let me change the background on this. I'm going to change this to a print and cut project. And then I'm going to add a pattern to the back. Now I don't want to do anything too crazy as far as patterns are concerned, just because I don't want it to like clash too much with the butterflies. And I also don't really want to put a lot of ink out. So you can really use whatever you want. There's tons of patterns that they have. You can add your own patterns. Whatever you want to do is completely fine. There's a bunch of their patterns, but I really kind of liked this blue gingham. I think that works pretty well against our butterflies. Now I'm going to make this into a sticker sheet so you can see how this is going to cut that whole design because it is bigger than you could do a print and cut. Now you can see down here in the corner where the big square is, it's going to tell me that my image is too large and that we have to size it down to 6.71 by 9.26. We're going to come to that in just a second, but I want to show you how we're going to create this and make this work. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to hide this square really quick, and I want to take all my butterflies and I'm going to attach them. That's going to tell Design Space not to move them around onto our page. The next thing that we want to do is we're going to duplicate this background image a couple of times so that you can cut it multiple times. The reason we do that is so that it'll kiss cut the butterflies, but it will die cut the background. Cricut can only do one cut setting per sheet, and for that reason, we have to make multiple cuts around one of the pieces. If you don't, it will just kiss cut the square and that will defeat the whole purpose of making a big sticker sheet. So I'm just going to duplicate this. I usually do like anywhere between like 5 to 7, maybe even 8 times. It just sort of depends on the material that I'm using. Once I've got that completely done, I'm going to select everything on my screen. You can select the butterflies too. Go to Align and go ahead and center them. That's going to get everything exactly where you want it to be. Now with this, we need to attach everything, and this is telling Design Space, hold everything in place and to also cut around each of our butterflies individually, but then also cut around our sticker sheet multiple times. Now again, here's where we're going to fix this problem where it's telling us too big. Go under your settings, which is under your name, click settings, and you're going to go to load type. Under load type, you're going to change this print and cut page size to the tabloid size and then click done. You'll notice that red dot is gone. Now don't worry, my printer can't print that big, but I'm going to show you how to trick it into doing it the right way. So now what you're going to do is click make, and we'll save the project since we did a bunch of work. Let's call it a butterfly sheet. Well, that's not how you spell, geez, that's not even close to how you spell butterfly. butterfly sheet, and we'll make sure to save that. I do always save my projects just in case something goes wrong when I hit make. Once it's saved, it's going to open up your page. Now you want it to be in this upper corner. So you want it all the way touching this corner. You may need to adjust it yourself. And all I do is I just pull it all the way, and then it's going to go ahead and place it in that upper corner. Now it's going to look like it's going to print this big page, but don't worry, it won't. And I'm going to show you when you click continue, you're actually going to see what it really is going to print. And you can see where the little lines are for your, print and cut project. What's great about this is it is super easy to do this, and you'll see that it does fall under the 11-inch area, so it will print. Now I'm going to show you how to trick your printer into doing this, and Design Space really isn't going to notice that you're not using that same large piece of paper. So when you click send to printer, it's going to show you what it should look like when it prints out, and then you click next. From here, you want to make sure that you get your printer selected. Now, mine has been being a little bit weird, and it's been a little slow connecting to my printer, so don't freak out if yours doesn't connect right away. Now for this, I'm not going to add any bleed to this because I want the butterflies to be fully white around them, and I don't need it around the edge. I want to also turn on my system dialog. It's really important that you use that because if you don't, this isn't going to work. So turn on your system dialog and click print. From here is where we're going to do some setting changes to make sure that this is going to come out right. Under your preferences, first thing you're going to do, make sure you have your printer selected and choose preferences. You want to change your document size back to that letter size of 8.5 by 11. Make sure it's on portrait. For me, I like the premium presentation paper matte setting. That one works really well, but definitely do some test printing to see what works best with your printer. I'm going to change my quality from standard to high, and I want to make sure that I turn on color. Mine's defaulted to black and white so that if I print something else, I don't accidentally print it in color. I also like to check under my more preferences just to make sure nothing there is like messed up, because again, I do have preferences set. I also want to turn off my print preview. I use that sometimes as well. Now, once you have all of those settings good to go, you're going to go ahead and click OK and then click print to send it to your printer.
Step by step.
I wanted to show you just a quick comparison so that you could see the difference in the size. You'll notice that the registration marks are further out on the one in the back. That's the bigger print and cut, and you can really see it on the stickers here on the edge as to how much bigger I was able to print versus the original print size. This hack is super easy. It is super important to test cut. So I'm going to just do a little sheet. I take the scraps from other projects or like a project that didn't print. I just cut a little star and see how it cut. I cut this on the rice paper setting. Now you want to make sure when you load your sheet that you make sure that that little arrow is in the upper left corner and that you're using a good quality sticky mat for this. That way everything's held down.
I did that test cut, so now I'm going to load this on, and I do have it set to the rice paper setting. We're going to go ahead and load this, and what it'll do is it's going to read all of our sensor marks, and then it will cut around our butterflies, and then it will cut around the outside with the gingham. Once it's done, I am just going to double check, although I'm sure it cut through the backing just fine. Now remember, the reason we did all those cuts around was so that it would cut through the backing for the gingham part, and then it wouldn't cut through for the butterflies. Let me flip this over and remove this from my mat. And you want to do this so that it doesn't curl, although mine was a little bit curled. Anyways, it's a little humid here right now, so it's gonna curl regardless. Let me move the machine out of the way so that you guys can see the kiss cut that this did on these. So let's just grab this pink butterfly here. And voila, you have a sticker sheet where you can just remove the sticker and then you see you still have the background. So stinking cute. You've got a big page of it now, and doing that little hack can save you so much material and give you just a little bit more of a area to use for your print and cuts. And you can see it was really easy to do. So just remember to change it to tabloid. Now with your printer, you may want to do a test print first just to make sure that this doesn't cut off any of your bottom lines, I had to test cut a couple times to find a size that worked for mine, but my sizing seemed to work just fine. So again, just do like a test print, do it in black and white. Don't do like a big crazy thing. Maybe just do like a square, nothing fancy, just like an outline. If you have any questions, please let me know in those comments down below. I'm always happy to answer those for you. Be sure that you're subscribed here on YouTube. That way you don't miss out on any of the fun, crafty content we have coming. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and as always, happy crafting.